progress report says we are now at stage 7, paragraph page 566. 566. And our last head word was frequency, new word type of lesson.
Frequency.
Okay, so let's
Okay.
start with our revision. Ready?
Okay.
Here we go. First question. Have you got any brothers or sisters? Have you got any brothers or sisters? Yes, I've got
Yes.
a brother
I've got a
and
brother
a sister.
and and a sister.
Do their clothes fit you? Do their clothes fit you? Yes or no?
No,
Their clothes
their
don't fit
clothes
me.
don't fit me
Why not? Why not? Because they take
because they
a
take
different size from me.
a different size from me.
Are you fit to teach English? Are you fit to teach English? Maybe I'm fit
Maybe I'm
to
fit
teach
to
beginner level
teach
English.
beginner level English.
Very good. What do we mean if we say someone's fit for nothing? What do we mean if we say someone's fit for nothing? If we say
If we say
someone's fit for nothing,
someone's fit for nothing,
we mean that
we mean
they
that
are not good enough
they are not good
to
enough
do anything.
to do anything.
What's the best way to keep fit? What's the best way to keep fit? The best way
The best
to
way
keep fit
to keep
is
fit
to do
is to
physical
do
exercise
physical
two
exercise
or three times a week.
2 or 3 times a week.
Very good. What does the idiom to feel down mean? What does the idiom to feel down mean? The idiom
The
to
idiom
feel down
to feel down m-
means to
means
feel unhappy.
to feel unhappy.
Where give me an example. Give me an example, please. I was feeling
I
very
was
down
feeling
that
very
morning,
down that morning,
but I felt
but
much
I felt
better when her
much,
letter, much
much
better
better when
when her
her
letter arrived.
letter arrived.
Very good. How would you be able to identify yourself in the street if you were stopped by the police? How would you be able to identify yourself in the street if you were stopped by the police? I'd be able
I be
to
able
identify
to
myself
identify
in the
myself
street
in the
if
street
I were stopped
if
by
I
the
was stopped
police
by the
by
police
showing them
by
my
showing them
identity card,
my
passport,
identity card,
etc.
passport, etc.
Wait, do you think it's possible for foreigners to learn English so well that people would think they were English? Do you think it's possible for foreigners to learn English so well that people would think they were English? Yes, I think
Yes, I
it's
think
possible
it's
for
possible
foreigners to
for
learn
foreigners to
English so
learn
well
English so
that
well
people would think
that people would
they
think
were English.
they were
But
English.
it happens
But
very
it
rarely.
happens very
It
rarely.
often depends
It often
on
depends
whether their
on
own
whether
language
their own
is
language
similar to English.
is similar to English.
Regard, what do you do in the evening when it's so cold that it'd be unpleasant to go out? What do you do in the evening when it's so cold that it'd be unpleasant to go out? In the evening,
In the evening,
when it's so cold
when it's so cold
that it'd be
that it will be
unpleasant to go out,
unpleasant to go out,
I
I watch movies
very good and relax. Very good.
and relax. Yes.
Do I gather up my things from the table at the end of the lesson? Do I gather up my things from the table at the end of the lesson? Yes, you gather
Yes.
up your
You gather
things
up your
from the table
things from the
at
table
the end of the lesson.
at the end of the lesson.
At what time of the year do farmers gather the fruit in your part of the world? At what time of the year do farmers gather the fruit in your part of the world? Farmers gather
Farmers
the
gather
fruit
the
in
fruit
autumn
in
in my
autumn
part of the
in
world.
my part of the world.
When a man has been murdered, how do the police gather information about the murder? When a man has been murdered, how do the police gather information about the murder? When a man has
When the
been
man
murdered,
has been
the
murdered,
police gather
police
information
gather
by
information
looking for clues
by looking for clues
and talking to people
and talking to
who
people
knew the man.
near the man.
On what occasions do all the members of the family gather together? On what occasions do all the members of the family gather together? All the members
All the
of a
members
family
from
of a family
of a family
gather together
gather
on
together
occasions such as weddings,
sorry,
Uh, on occasions
on
such
occasions
as weddings,
such as weddings,
birthday parties,
birthday parties,
etc.
etc.
One more. All the members
All the
of a
members
family
of a family
gather together
gather
on
together
occasions
on
such as
occasions such
weddings,
as
birthday
weddings,
parties,
birthday parties,
etc.
etc.
Very good. About how much does your book weigh? About how much does your book weigh? My book weighs
My book
about
weighs
a pound.
about a pound.
Very good. What does it mean you can't have your cake and eat it? What does it mean you can't have your cake and eat it? The meaning of
The meaning
you
of
can't have your
you
cake
can't have your cake
and eat it
and eat
is
it
that sometimes
is that
you have to
sometimes
choose
you
between
have
having
to choose between having
one thing or
one thing
another
or
thing
another thing
because you cannot have
because you cannot have
everything you want.
everything you want.
Very good. Are you the kind of person who puts home comforts before everything else? Are you the kind of person who puts home comforts before everything else? Yes or no? I'm the
Yes,
kind of
I'm
person.
kind of the person.
One more. I'm the kind of person.
I'm
The kind.
the kind of person
Very good. Who puts
who
home
puts
comforts,
ho-
home
home
comforts
comfort
before everything else.
before everything
One
else.
more. Yes, I'm the kind
Yes, I'm the
of
kind
person
of
who
person
puts home
who puts
comforts.
for home comfort
Very good. Before everything else.
before everything else.
Why? Why? Because I can't
Because
live
I can't live
without my comforts.
without my comforts.
Very good. What do you do when you want to relax? What do you do when you want to relax? When I want to
When I
relax,
want to relax,
I go to.
I go to hot springs.
Very good. If you could be in the audience at any concert, who would you like to see? If you could be in the audience at any concert, who would you like to see? If I could be
If I could
in the
be
audience
in the
at any
audience
concert,
at any
I'd
concert,
like to see,
I like
I'd
I'd
like
like
to
to
see
see
the Beatles.
eh, the Beatles.
Very good again. What's the most common way to move liquid or gas from one place to another? What's the most common way to move liquid or gas from one place to another? The most common
The
way
most common way
to move liquid
to move
or
liquid
gas
or
from
gas
one place to
from one
another
place to
is
another
through a pipe.
is through a pipe.
Can you see any pipes in your room? Can you see any pipes in your room? Yes or no? I
Yes,
can see a
I
pipe
can see a
in
pipe
my room.
in my room.
Do you know anyone who smokes a pipe? Do you know anyone who smokes a pipe? Yes or no?
No,
I don't know
I
anyone
don't know anyone
who smokes a pipe.
who smokes a pipe.
Very good. What's the use of a chimney? What's the use of a chimney? The use
The
of a
use
chimney
of a
is
chimney
to carry the smoke
is to carry the smoke
from a fire
from a fire
out of a building
out of the building
and into the air.
and into the air.
Very good. Give me a sentence as showing the two meanings of the word cry. Give me sentences showing the two meanings of the word cry, please. The film
The
was
film was
so
so
sad
sad
that the girl
that
cried
the girl
the
cried
whole time.
the whole time.
Be careful how
Be
you
careful
cross the road.
how you cross the road.
The child's mother cried.
The child mother cried.
Very good. Okay, next. What's the difference between the present perfect and the past simple? What's the difference between the present perfect and the past simple? The difference
The
between
difference
the
between
present perfect
the present perfect
and the past simple
and the past
is that
simple
we use
is that we
the
use
present perfect
the present perfect
when we are thinking
when we were
about
thinking
time before
about time
and
before
up to now,
and up to now,
whereas we use
whereas we use
the past simple
the past
when
simple
we are thinking
when we are thinking
about a specific pastime.
about a specific
Time.
pastime.
Very good. Give me an example of each. Give me an example of each, please. I have been here
I have been here
for 20 minutes. For
for
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Very good. I arrived here
I arrived here
20 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago.
Very good. Why do we say I ate eggs for breakfast today and not I have eaten eggs for breakfast today? Why do we say I ate eggs for breakfast today and not I have eaten eggs for breakfast today? We say
We
I
say,
ate eggs
I ate
for
eggs
breakfast today
for breakfast
and
today,
not I have eaten
and
eggs
not I have eaten
for
eggs
breakfast today
for breakfast today,
because we are thinking
because we are thinking
about what happened
about what
at a
happened
specific pastime,
at a specific past time,
breakfast time.
breakfast
We are
time.
not thinking about now.
We are not thinking about now.
Wicked, which of these two sentences is correct? John got up quite late today or John has got up quite late today? Which of these two sentences is correct? John got up quite late today or John has got up quite late today? Of those two
Of
sentences,
those two sentences,
John got up
John got up
quite late today is correct.
quite late to, quite late today
Is correct.
is correct
Why? Why? Because we are
because
thinking about
we are thinking
what
about
happened at
what
a
happened
specific pastime.
at the specific past
The time,
ta- time,
the time when John got up.
the time when
John
John
got up.
got up.
Very good. Did you have a big breakfast today? Did you have a big breakfast today? Yes or no?
No,
I didn't have
I didn't
a big
have
breakfast today.
a big breakfast today.
What time did you come here today? What time did you come here today? I came here
I
at
came here at 9
a.m.
a.m.
today.
today.
Very good. Okay. What does the idiom let someone down mean? What does the idiom let someone down mean? The idiom
The
let
idiom
someone down
let
means
someone down means
fail someone
fail someone
who is depending on us.
who is depending on us.
Very good. Give me an example. Give me an example, please. Everyone was
Everyone
depending on him,
was depending on him,
but he let them down.
but, but he let him down.
He let them down.
Sorry,
He let
he let
them
him
down.
down.
Them
Them
because
down.
we use everyone. Okay, everyone
Ah,
was so. But he let them down
but he let them down
by not keeping his
by
promise.
not keeping promise.
His promise.
His promise.
Very good. Give me some examples of adverbs of frequency. Give me some examples of adverbs of frequency, please. Some examples
Some
of
example
adverbs
of
of
adverbs
frequency are
of frequency are
never,
never,
rarely,
rarely,
occasionally,
occasionally,
sometimes, often,
sometimes,
usually,
often,
and always.
usually, and always.
Where do these adverbs normally go? Where do these adverbs normally go? These adverbs
These
normally
adverbs
go
normally
after
go
the first
after the first
auxiliary verb.
auxiliary verb.
Give me an example. Give me an example, please. We had never seen
We had
that
never
film
seen
before.
that film
It
before.
was shown on television.
It was shown on television.
We're going to put the word usually in this sentence, please. She can answer his question.
Usually.
Put the word usually in this sentence. He can answer his question. He can usually
He can usually
answer his questions.
answer his questions.
We're going to put the word always in this sentence, please. We spend the Christmas holiday with our family. Put the word always in this sentence, please. We
Always.
spend the Christmas
We spend.
holidays with our family. We always spend
We always
the
spend
Christmas
the
holidays
Christmas
with
holidays
our family.
with our family.
May I put the word often in this sentence, please? They don't go swimming.
Often.
Put the word often in
They
this
don't,
sentence, please. They don't go swimming. They don't
they
often
don't
go swimming.
often go swimming.
Very good. Okay. Put the word also in this sentence, please. You must study in class, but you must practice your English outside the lesson. Put the word also in this sentence, please.
Also.
You must study in class and you must practice your English outside the lesson. You must study
You
in
must
class
study in
and you
class
must also
and you must also
practice your English
practice your English
outside the lesson.
outside the lesson.
Put the word even in this sentence, please. I can't boil an egg. Put the word even in the sentence, please. I can't boil an egg.
Boil
I can't
an egg.
even
I
boil
can't even boil
an egg.
an egg.
Very good. Again, that's the end of our revision. Let's have new word.
弱く。はい。
Okay, very good. So repeat. Oil.
oil.
Very good. Okay, listen. Oil is a noun. It is
は
a
い。
smooth, thick liquid that is used to make machines run or is
うん
burned to produce heat. We also
burn
use
to
oil
heat.
for cooking food, and it can be transported from one part of a country to another on lorries or through very big pipes.
Big pipes.
Let's practice. How can oil be transported from one part of a country to another? How can oil be transported from one part of a country to another? Oil can
Oil
be
can
transported
be transported
from one part of a
from
country
one part of a
to
country
another
to another
on lorries
on
or
lorries
through very big pipes.
or through
Very big
very big
pipes.
pipes.
Very good. Is oil used a lot in cooking in your country? Is oil used a lot in cooking in your country? Yes or no?
Yes,
Oils used a lot
oils is used a lot
in cooking in my
in
country.
cooking in my country.
Very good. Next, repeat heat.
Meat,
Like
meat,
heat.
heat,
Radiator.
radiator,
Central
radiator,
heating.
central heating,
Very good. Okay, listen.
radiator.
The verb and the noun for the adjective hot is heat.
はい。
As a verb, it means to make something become warm or hot. To heat, like to heat the water. As a noun, it means the condition of being hot. A radiator is a noun. It is a machine that's used to heat air in the room, like as a heater. Central heating is a system for heating all the rooms of a building. For example, in my country, central heating is cheaper than electric fires. Let's practice. What is the verb in the noun of the adjective hot? What is the verb and the noun of the adjective hot? The verb
The
and the
verb
noun
and the noun
for the adjective hot
for the adjective hot
is heat.
is heat.
Do you prefer the heat of the summer rather than the cold of the winter? Do you prefer the heat of the summer rather than the cold of the winter? Yes or no?
Ah, yes,
I prefer the heat
I prefer the
of the
heat
summer
of the summer
rather than the cold
rather than cold.
of the winter. Of the
Sorry.
winter rather
Mhm.
than the cold of the
Rather
winter.
than the cold of the winter.
Very good. Why? Why? Why do you like the heat of summer? Because.
Why?
Why do you like summer? Because
う
I can
ーん、
go to the
あ、
I can
yeah,
go to the
I can
beach.
go to the beach.
Beach, very good, or anywhere, right? Very good. Okay, next.
Yeah.
How is your room heated? How is your room heated? My
Heated.
room is
My room
heated by
is heated by
central heating.
central heating.
Very good.
はい。
In your country, which is cheaper, central heating or electric fires? In your country, which is
Electric
cheaper,
fire.
central heating or electric fires? In my country,
In my country,
central heating is
central
cheaper
heating is
than
cheaper
electric fires.
than electric fires.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Lack,
Lack,
sufficient,
sufficient,
credit.
credit.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word lack is a verb, which means to not have enough of something. Sufficient is an adjective, which is the synonym of enough. Credit
Enough.
means
はい。
delayed payment or money that a bank or business would allow a person to use and then pay back in the future. For example,
Delayed payment.
I lack sufficient money to buy something, so I'll just buy it on credit. Okay, let's practice. When you lack
はい。
sufficient money to buy something, do you wait and save the money or do you buy it on credit? When you lack sufficient money to buy something, do you wait and save the money or do you buy it on credit? When I lack
When I lack
sufficient money,
so so
sufficient money
sufficient money
to buy something,
to buy something,
I
I
do
could I
I buy it
could
on credit.
I buy it on credit.
Very good. Why? Why do you buy it on credit? Because
Why? Why?
Ah,
Because
because
why?
I need
Because
it now.
I needed to know. Yes,
Well,
I needed to
very
know.
yes. Okay. What do you think your town is lacking in more than anything else? What do you think your town is lacking in more than anything else? I think
Eh,
my town
I think my
is
town
lacking in
is lacking in
what is lacking?
不足する
Parks, shopping malls, restaurants, fast
young
food,
person?
young person more
Yeah, young,
than anything else.
more than anything else.
Very good. Is there a serious lack of food in some countries in the world? Is there a serious lack of food in some countries in the world? Yes, there's a
Yes,
serious
there's a
lack
serious
of food
lack of food
in some countries
in
of
some
the world.
countries of the world.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading.
Okay, to
Very good. So
read.
our reading is at stage 6, paragraph page 495, and our
Oh,
last head word was let. Okay,
let
please start at page 496, fallen.
96
496, fallen.
falling.